In honor of Global Entrepreneurship Week, which is November 18th through the 24th this year, we're having a fun conversation with two fellows that were with us recently, programmed through the US State Department and the San Diego Diplomacy Council. So I'm very excited to share their experience being here in the US and how that has impacted them as they take those learnings back into their home countries.
Hi, my name is Sanja and I'm coming from Montenegro. I have running digital marketing agency, development agency for the last 7 years. And the last 2 years, we have been working on something really exciting. We're trying to solve the problem of people engaging with compliance and basically all the different long, kind of boring documents, videos they have that tells them about the work they need to be doing that is quite important, but maybe delivered in a way that is not always as engaging. So we are trying to make compliance fun, basically.
I'm working with a local NGO that support the women who got affected from the conflict to start their entrepreneur, like in the small scale, like in the community, basically.
How did you find the culture here, whether personal culture or business culture in the US, similar or different than your home country?
One of the things that really struck me from the start, and one of the things that I have been discussing as part of my fellowship group, because there was 48 of us coming from different countries in Europe. And one of the things that we discussed on that last week of kind of like making a retrospective of our time in the US was how different networking was and how different it was reaching out to people. And by that, I mean how open people were to meet you, to want to know more about you just because they were naturally curious about you as a person, and then where that can lead maybe into something professional as well. I very much appreciated, considering that I was in the US for a short period of time, like a month is not short, but it's also not long if you are trying to get to know a certain community, but also the way business is being run. I very much appreciated the fact that I could go to a networking event and know that I can approach someone and they would be welcoming to me introducing myself and just asking them, so what are you working on? How do you find this? And really freely sharing their thoughts, and also being so open and very generous with their time. So just the fact that I could meet a person, and from a very simple things like, going to a store or going into an Uber and having this really great conversation with a person there and connecting with them on a personal level is something that we don't see as often in my country. Uh, People are a bit more guarded, definitely polite and welcoming, but if they know you. So if you have already made that introduction, and here everything is kind of, on the pass by, if you will, you just kind of meet people and have these great conversations and come home with a smile often. This is what I found. I just love every opportunity to celebrate the contribution of entrepreneurs. And that's one of the things that I really appreciated about the US environment as well, because I feel that as a culture, you really recognize what entrepreneurs and these small and medium businesses mean for the economy and for the overall just culture and country that you have. And I really appreciated the way you talk about failure as well, because it frees you to take risk and to try and give it your best and acknowledge that even learning from that process is valuable enough. You don't have to become a millionaire right away, and you're still successful. And I think that if we want to promote global entrepreneurship, especially in a country like mine, having a bit of that mindset would help us, because we, for example, can be a bit risk averse because we are afraid of failing. We are afraid of what someone will say. We are ultimately, of course, understandably so worried about what will happen to us. So I feel like having that in a culture, but also in an institutional way where people are encouraged to try, would just help just the global entrepreneurial mindset further, and helping women connect and share knowledge between one another and mentor each other on their way is also a powerful way to support all of us.
So to me, I think like related to the global entrepreneurship is about like the networking and the connection, like how you expand your networking. Because like the more you have, like the more connection you have, that is the opportunity for you to grow, to learn, and to, sharing the success or the challenge that you face. Because like I think we all have the problem, but it is about how to, solve problem by sharing the things that you might learn from one another.
Did you guys enjoy getting to know each other?
Yeah, that was an unexpected treat. I love the fact that aside from meeting and spending time with White Tilly Fellows, which is the program focused on European founders, we also have the chance to meet Vaisili people as well.
Mhm.
And I love the fact that outside of course, working with Fatin, we also met the cohort that was in San Diego and just had a chance to just expand our view on their countries and where they're coming from as well, because I think that's not something that we can do in our everyday lives. So that was pretty exciting as well.
What would your advice be for fellows that are coming in after you?
I would advise them to embrace the yes mindset and really try to make the best of the opportunities that are presented to them, and try to get involved with as many opportunities to actually interact with people and meet people as they can. And to really spend the first few days reflecting. And I think your framework that you have really helps with that, reflecting where they need to be, and then proactively ask for guidance as well, because some culture may not be or encourage that level of proactivity, but also self-constrained work as the US does. And I think being ready for you to actively reach out to people and be aware that you're not bothering anyone that you should reach out to, and then, kind of follow your path and where you need to go is the thing to keep in mind. So like be proactive, reach out to people and follow your own progress so you know whether you're on track or not.
You need to be ready with everything that you face. Just say yes, because like during the process you will learn something from different culture, and that would be like the great experience when you come back home. You will know like how to adapt those culture into your home back country, but then it might take some time for the people in your country to grab on those ideas, but eventually the people will kind of understand and accept it. So you just learn everything from the US, from the fellowship placement.
Be ready to grow personally, like as a person as well, not just for your business, because spending 4 years, spending a month in a different culture and environment, even if you have maybe been exposed to like movies and sitcoms and music, it's a bit different to be really there and to meet people and just to interact and be ready for yourself to change as well, and embrace it, because use the time to explore who you are in different contexts.
When I founded Hera Hub 13 years ago, my goal was to not only connect women city to city here in the US, but country to country as well, because it provides an amazing opportunity for us not only to understand each other globally, but also to do business together globally. And the more we're connected through friendship and business, the more peaceful world that I believe women will continue to create. And I think women are at the forefront of the opportunity for more peace in the world, frankly. So it was really amazing to have both of you here in San Diego for a month and learn more about your cultures, your businesses, the work you're doing, and figure out more ways we can connect with our members and your community abroad.
For me, what I have learned and what I have seen in the Hera Hub is that you have like a good environment work co-working space, but it is not only like the co-working space, but it is about like the community where you meet people from various places, but they have like the common interests, and they have a lot of courage, encourage, and supportive community that I think like in my home country, like in my area, we don't have that kind of environment. So I'm starting thinking of like, kind of starting that Hera Hub place into my work placement. Like kind of we might not to be like at the level of the Hera Hub, but I want to try to starting something that kind of environment for my people here.
And I appreciated so much being part of the Hera Hub because it provided me with the support, mentorship, and the network I needed with that. And I feel like those three things have been really woven into every interaction I had with every member that I met. To the extent that now I know that you have like a virtual membership, and I'm considering like what can we do and how can we remain being part of the community, because everyone has been so supportive and freely sharing their knowledge, even if, especially if they're a guru, but even if just meeting people in the office and feeling kind of these sparks of insight every day that you go in was so invaluable, because we have like, even while I was there and focusing on exploring the market, you kind of get into the work you're doing, your everyday thing. And I feel like the programs that you have, different lectures or opportunities for members to come together and discuss, really pull you out of that narrow mind view on what you're doing that day and help you think about your startup, your work a bit more holistically and on a higher level, which we all need to keep moving forward. So I found that incredibly helpful, and I don't think that my time in the US would be as productive if I was really in anywhere else, because I landed in a community that was supportive and ready to kind of get me going from the start.
It's been just amazing getting to know the both of you. All right, thank you, ladies, for your time. We'll talk soon.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Bye for now.
Bye.